What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn is stating that he highly doubts that His Excellency Turki Alalashiekh will stage the highly anticipated rematch between Devin Haney, undefeated two-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight world champion, former WBC junior welterweight world champion, now welterweight superstar title contender, who is now 32 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, in a rematch against Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia, who is 24 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 20 wins by way of knockout, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach, King Ryan Garcia. They both fought 2 Fridays ago. And Ryan Garcia was supposed to, as the headliner, knock out the former WBA junior welterweight world champion, star boxer turned superstar, Rolando Rolly Romero, as a late replacement. Remember, Ryan Garcia initially was supposed to fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz, former WBA junior welterweight champion, who knocked out Rolando Rolly Romero. And Isaac Cruz pulled out the fight, and they replaced him with Rolly. Rolly is supposed to be getting knocked out by Ryan Garcia. On the contrary, Rolly dropped Ryan Garcia with a left hook, ironically, in the second round, and just proceeds to outbox Ryan Garcia for the remainder of the fight and win a unanimous decision. Shocking the world, okay? And Ryan Garcia was in tears, crying. And Devin Haney, this was his comeback fight after taking on Ryan Garcia last April, getting dropped 3 times in that fight, and only to find out Ryan Garcia tested positive for a banned substance, only to find out that Ryan Garcia cheated, came in 3.5 pounds overweight, got suspended, had to pay a fine, and the punishment was already had, right? The trauma was already there, right? And so he took on former unified junior welterweight world champion Mexican star boxer Jose Ramirez, and he used a lot of excessive movement around the ring, right? A lot of unnecessary movement, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure Devin Haney would attest to this as well himself. He boxed great. We already knew he could do that. He just didn't sit down when he had the opportunity to counterpunch. You can see he was thinking his way through the fight instead of just reacting. It's just like football or anything, any other sport. When you suffer an injury or any kind of trauma and you come back, right, you can see that the person is thinking their way through whatever respective sport they're in, opposed to just reacting. To give you guys an example, when Michael Jordan came back after a 1.5 year layoff, yeah, he had moments where he came to the Garden, he dropped 55 points. I'm a Bulls fan. I was a Bulls fan before Jordan got there. And Jordan, he dropped 55 points, but you can see he was thinking his way through the game, right? He wasn't reacting. He was thinking his way through the game, right? He was in his brain, can I still do this? Can I still do that? He was questioning himself. So he was always a step short than what we're typically used to seeing him do. Then, once he took that year layoff after losing Orlando in the playoffs, and he regrouped now, got back his legs under him, got back in basketball shape, and in 96, when he came back, that's when we had the greatest season, 72 wins and 10 losses, and he won a championship, right? So then he wasn't thinking, he was just reacting. Devin Haney was boxing beautiful, but he wasn't reacting. He was thinking, right? He would make Jose Ramirez miss, and you could see him thinking, should I try to counter him or should I just keep moving? And he chose option 2, to keep moving, right? Because he didn't want to get hit. Then when he did get hit with a left hook, he resorted right back to what you saw in the Ryan Garcia fight when he got hit with the left hook, when he grabbed with both hands and kind of slid down Ryan Garcia. He did that with Jose Ramirez at one point in time, right? Just panicking, right? Not trusting himself yet, not confident yet. And so Eddie Hearn is stating that His Excellency Turki Alalashiekh don't value the fight anymore, the rematch anymore. And he don't mention Turki Alalashiekh's name, but you can clearly read between the lines and understand that this is not something Turki Alalashiekhh is interested in paying a lot of money for the rematch, because both guys' stock has taken a hit. And I said this after the fights, right, that I would like to see Devin, since Devin did win unanimous decision, fight Rolly Romero, and then Ryan Garcia got to get back in the win column, right? Put Ryan Garcia back in there with somebody of substance, not just anybody, somebody, right? And build the stock back up. That's what needs to happen. And so Eddie Hearn, he uttered the same sentiments. He stated that he feels like the value of the fight is no longer there for October, and that both guys needs to fight somebody else and get back in the win column and build the stock back up and build the interest for the rematch back up. And I agree. Right? I think that would be the best situation for both guys. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a rematch with Rolly for Ryan. You know what I'm saying? And Rolly's the A side. Rolly gets the majority of the money. Rolly, you know what I'm saying, gets, compensated for his services. Maybe that's the case, right? And we get Devin Haney versus somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But that's what needs to happen. And it's clear, again, like I said, man, the interest for the fight has lost a lot of steam. Period. It has. You can't doubt that. And I heard that Devin Haney is going to be on the Canelo Alvarez Terrence Crawford undercard in September in Las Vegas at the Allegiant Stadium against a fighter to be named. Should be Rolly. You want to stack that card? Let's get Devin versus Rolly. Rolly's from Vegas. So put Devin versus Rolly on the undercard. You could put Ryan on that undercard against somebody, right, of substance in the welterweight division, and stack the card. Period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. I'm gone. Peace.